In this video, I'm going to share 3 rules that will make you able to choose the best food and avoid the not so good ones so you don't have this anxiety when it comes to choosing food and so you can be the healthiest, feel the best, and have the best shape possible. So the first rule that we have here is high nutrients. And what means high nutrients? It means foods that have the right fats, proteins, micronutrients, and minerals. Which foods have the biggest amount of these? So we have a list here of the high nutrient foods. All meats, raw dairy, raw fruits, raw vegetable juices, raw honey, royal jelly, organs, seafoods, and fish. These foods are those that you should eat in the greatest amount because they have the most nutrients, and for your body to feel good, to be in shape, to have energy, to have life, you need nutrients. So these foods are those that you should be eating the most. And we have a list here of supposedly high nutrients: beans, lentils, kale, seaweed, seeds, broccoli, and some more vegetables. But why do I say supposedly high nutrients? This goes to the second rule, which is digestion, and also the third rule, but we'll get into it later. So, digestion. When it comes to digestion, you want to see the bioavailable nutrients, the percentage of nutrients that are actually absorbed and utilized, and the anti-nutrient content that we'll see just in a second. Now, let me give you an example. Let's see the multivitamins here. You may see it and say, this got me covered. This will get rid of all the deficiencies I have. It has 100% of daily dose recommendation or whatever it is. But things are much more complex. Firstly, the nutrient form is not the best for you to assimilate. Look at this table of content. First, you have a bunch of crap here. You have palm oil, which is toxic for your body. You have cornstarch. You have titanium dioxide. You have a bunch of crap here that you don't want to consume. And then look at here at the vitamin A. You have here beta carotene, which is a precursor of vitamin A. Retinol. Vitamin A is retinol, and it is only found in animal products. You can eat as much carrots or take as much supplements of vitamin A as you want, but you'll never cover your deficiency in vitamin A because you're only getting the precursor, which later will convert to retinol, but the conversion rate is so low that it doesn't matter how many carrots that you eat, it is basically insignificant. It's better for you to eat some liver and your vitamin A is covered. Now, here, another important thing, enzymes and bacteria. So, where is the enzymes? Where is the bacteria to properly digest the food? Even if you add the right form of the food or the right form in the supplement, could you really use it? Could you really absorb it? In the case of most supplements, you don't, because you don't have the enzymes and the bacteria there to help you digest the food or the nutrient. And it is not just that. There's other biological complexities that only happens with food. And if you use common sense, you'll see that real food and supplements are a total different thing, and you can never get the benefits of food in supplements. Now, see here, there's a lot of foods that in paper, they seem good. For example, lentils. If you see this, you may say, lentils are pretty nutritious. They have a bunch of vitamins, bunch of minerals, and they have low calories and so on. You may say they're very healthy. I should eat a lot of them. But the thing is, can you utilize the nutrients there? Can you absorb the nutrients? Lentils may seem great on paper, have all the nutrients, but they're pretty hard to digest and you cannot utilize the nutrients there. And they are pretty inflammatory and they give you gases, which is a sign of improper digestion. If you eat food and you have gases, it means that it is inflammatory and you're not doing the digestion properly. Or you're eating a not so good food, or you may have some issues with your gut, and every food that you eat, you have gases. And I've had this problem in the past. It doesn't matter healthy food or not healthy food, I had a bunch of gases. Now, the third rule, toxins. Toxin in foods is something that everyone should be aware of. For example, here you have high heavy metal content in some foods, and heavy metals are linked to Alzheimer's, gray hair, liver problems, and bunch of other diseases. And you should avoid heavy metal rich foods as much as possible. So we have here a list. All canned foods, peanut butter, bread, cereals, rice, chocolate, leafy greens, plant-based protein powders, predator fish like tuna, oysters. And why did I put here a different color? It is because Eugenus von der Planet did an experiment with tuna, and he discovered that when you eat raw fish, the mercury content on the fish will be flushed out if you eat it raw. But if you cook it and you eat it, you absorb some of the mercury. This is one of the importances of eating raw foods. Also, oysters. On the oysters, all the toxins, all the heavy metals stay outside on the shell. They don't go inside on the part that you eat. So oysters are good to go. So try to avoid these foods as much as possible because they can give you some health issues along the way. Another problem here is seed oils. Seed oils are very toxic to humans. We have a list here: canola oil, sunflower oil, margarine, palm oil, and there's probably a couple more that I don't remember, but you should avoid seed oils as much as possible. They are linked to all major diseases. All diseases or conditions that you may think of, seed oils are linked to it. So avoid them as much as possible. One health recommendation that I would give every single person is avoid seed oils as much as possible. Also, we have something here, anti-nutrients, that is predominantly found in plant foods. Those things I just said, that you cannot absorb some foods properly, or they're hard to digest, it is because of anti-nutrients that is found like in lentils, beans, bunch of vegetables, in peanut butters, bread, cereals, oats. All of these foods contain anti-nutrients. For example, you may have this perfect plant food in paper, but they have a bunch of anti-nutrients. And this outweighs the benefits because you cannot absorb the nutrients properly. You have problems digesting it, you have gases, and they can cause some allergies to some people. So the downsides kinda outweighs the benefits. So try not to eat lots of these foods that I mentioned. They are very inflammatory, they have a bunch of anti-nutrients, and they can cause you some health problems along the way. So this is what I wanted to share. This is a quick video, and I hope with this information you can now know which foods you should eat more and some that you should eat less. I'm not telling you to never again in your life eat some rice or bread. Try to limit the consumption of these foods, mainly if you have problems with digestion with bread because of gluten, or other leafy greens or beans that you have lots of gases, breakouts in the skin, on the back, or whatever it is. So I hope with this information you can have a better choice with your food and you can be healthier. So see y'all in the next video.